Have you ever had someone in your life who seemed to resent your success, even though you've done nothing wrong? Maybe they suddenly became cold or dismissive when you achieved something great, or they started making subtle jabs at your accomplishments. If this sounds familiar, you might be dealing with a narcissist who's secretly jealous of you. Understanding the signs of a narcissist's jealousy is crucial because it can help you protect yourself from their toxic behavior. Narcissists often feel threatened by others' success and may try to undermine or manipulate you to feel better about themselves. In this video, we'll explore 8 clear signs that a narcissist is jealous of you and how you can handle these situations with confidence and grace. So if you've ever wondered why someone in your life acts strangely when you succeed, or if you suspect someone might be envious of you, keep watching. These 8 signs will help you spot the red flags and take control of the situation. The first sign that a narcissist is jealous of you is that they often downplay or dismiss your achievements. No matter how big or small your success, they'll find a way to make it seem unimportant or even trivial. This is because your accomplishments threaten their sense of superiority, and they can't stand the idea of someone else shining brighter than them. For example, let's say you just got a promotion at work. Instead of congratulating you, the narcissist might say something like, "Oh, that's nice, but it's not like it's a huge deal." Or, "I could have gotten that promotion too if I wanted." They might even try to shift the focus to themselves by saying, "Well, when I got my promotion, it was way more competitive." This behavior stems from their deep-seated insecurity and need to feel superior. When you achieve something, it challenges their self-image as the best or most successful person in the room. Instead of celebrating your success, they feel threatened and try to diminish it to make themselves feel better. It's not about you. It's about their inability to handle someone else being in the spotlight. So how should you respond when a narcissist downplays your achievements? First, don't take it personally. Remember, their reaction says more about them than it does about you. Second, set boundaries. If they make a dismissive comment, you can calmly say something like, "I worked hard for this, and I'm proud of it." Finally, limit how much you share with them about your successes. If they can't celebrate with you, they don't deserve to be part of your journey. Now that we've covered how narcissists downplay your achievements, let's move on to the second sign. They imitate your style or lifestyle. This one might surprise you, so stay tuned. The second sign that a narcissist is jealous of you is that they start imitating your style, habits, or even your lifestyle. This might seem flattering at first, but it's actually a form of manipulation. Narcissists often mimic others to either compete with them or to try to take credit for their uniqueness. For instance, if you start wearing a particular style of clothing, they might suddenly show up in the same outfit. Or if you mention a new hobby or interest, they'll quickly adopt it as their own. They might even copy your mannerisms, the way you speak, or the way you decorate your home. It's as if they're trying to become you, but with a competitive edge. This imitation is rooted in their need to feel superior and in control. By copying you, they're trying to level the playing field or even outshine you. They see your uniqueness as a threat, so they attempt to steal it to boost their own image. It's also a way for them to infiltrate your life and gain your trust, only to use it against you later. If you notice a narcissist imitating you, it's important to stay grounded and not let it affect your self-esteem. First, recognize that imitation is a form of flattery, even if it's coming from a toxic place. Second, maintain your boundaries. If they start copying something personal, like your style or hobbies, you can subtly shift the focus back to your own authenticity. For example, you might say, "It's great that you like this too, but I really enjoy making it my own." Finally, limit how much you share with them about your personal preferences or lifestyle choices. The less they know, the less they can imitate. Now that we've talked about how narcissists imitate your style or lifestyle, let's move on to the third sign. They constantly compare themselves to you. This one can be especially frustrating, so let's break it down. The third sign that a narcissist is jealous of you is that they constantly compare themselves to you. Whether it's about your looks, your career, your relationships, or even your personality, they always find a way to measure themselves against you. This isn't just casual comparison. It's a way for them to either one-up you or make you feel inferior. For example, if you mention that you've been working out and feeling great, they might say something like, well, I've been working out too and I'm in way better shape than you. Or if you share a personal achievement, they might respond with, that's nothing compared to what I've done. They might even compare your relationships, saying things like, my partner treats me so much better than yours treats you. This constant comparison is driven by their need to feel superior and validated. Narcissists have fragile egos and they rely on external validation to feel good about themselves. When they see you succeeding or thriving, it triggers their insecurities and they try to compensate by putting you down or elevating themselves. It's not about you, it's about their inability to handle someone else being in the spotlight. So, how should you respond when a narcissist constantly compares themselves to you? First, don't engage in their comparisons. If they say something like, I'm better than you at this, you can simply respond with, that's great for you, and move on. Second, focus on your own journey and avoid seeking their validation. Remember, your worth isn't determined by their opinions. Finally, set boundaries. If their comparisons become toxic or hurtful, it's okay to distance yourself from the conversation or the relationship altogether. Now that we've covered how narcissists constantly compare themselves to you, let's move on to the fourth sign. They show passive-aggressive behavior. This one can be tricky to spot, so let's dive in. The fourth sign that a narcissist is jealous of you is that they often display passive-aggressive behavior. Instead of openly expressing their jealousy or frustration, they'll make subtle jabs, give backhanded compliments, or use sarcasm to undermine you. This indirect approach allows them to maintain their image while still getting under your skin. For instance, if you share good news, they might say something like, wow, I'm surprised you pulled that off, or it's about time something good happened to you. They might also give you the silent treatment when you achieve something or make snide remarks disguised as jokes. For example, oh, you're so lucky you don't have to work as hard as I do. Passive-aggressive behavior is a way for narcissists to express their jealousy without taking responsibility for their feelings. They want to hurt or undermine you, but they also want to avoid looking like the bad guy. By being indirect, they can maintain their facade of being kind or neutral while still getting the satisfaction of making you feel small. Dealing with passive-aggressive behavior can be challenging, but there are ways to handle it effectively. First, don't take the bait. If they make a snide comment, you can respond with something neutral like interesting perspective, or simply ignore it. Second, call out the behavior calmly and directly. For example, you might say, that comment felt a little hurtful. Was that your intention? This puts the focus back on their behavior and forces them to take accountability. Finally, set boundaries. If their passive aggressiveness becomes too much, it's okay to limit your interactions with them. Now that we've covered how narcissists show passive aggressive behavior, let's move on to the fifth sign. They try to sabotage your success. This one can be particularly damaging, so let's break it down. The fifth sign that a narcissist is jealous of you is that they actively try to sabotage your success. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal goals, they'll go out of their way to create obstacles or undermine your progress. This behavior is a clear indication that they feel threatened by your achievements and want to bring you down to their level. For example, if you're working on a big project at work, They might spread rumors to discredit you or withhold important information to make you fail. In your personal life, they might try to turn your friends or family against you by gossiping or exaggerating your flaws. They might even sabotage your relationships by flirting with your partner or planting seeds of doubt in their mind. Sabotage is a narcissist's way of regaining control and superiority. When they see you succeeding, it triggers their insecurities and fear of being overshadowed. Instead of working on themselves, they try to tear you down to feel better about their own shortcomings. It's a toxic and destructive behavior that reveals their deep-seated jealousy. If you suspect a narcissist is trying to sabotage your success, it's important to take action to protect yourself. First, document everything. Keep records of their actions, whether it's emails, messages, or witness accounts, in case you need evidence later. Second, limit their access to your life. The less they know about your plans and achievements, the harder it is for them to interfere. Third, surround yourself with supportive people who have your back and can help you stay focused on your goals. Finally, don't confront them directly unless absolutely necessary. Narcissists thrive on drama, and engaging with them might only make things worse. Now that we've covered how narcissists try to sabotage your success, let's move on to the sixth sign: they belittle or criticize you excessively. This one can be especially damaging to your self-esteem, so let's dive in. The sixth sign that a narcissist is jealous of you is that they belittle or criticize you excessively. They'll often nitpick at your actions, appearance, or decisions, making you feel like you're never good enough. This constant criticism is a way for them to chip away at your confidence and make themselves feel superior. For example, if you share an idea, they might immediately dismiss it as stupid or unrealistic. If you dress up for an event, they might say something like, "Are you really wearing that?" Or "You'd look so much better if you did this instead." They might even criticize your personality, saying things like, "You're too sensitive," or "Why can't you be more like me?" This behavior is rooted in their need to control and dominate. By making you feel small, they can maintain their sense of superiority and keep you in a position where you're constantly seeking their approval. It's a manipulative tactic designed to keep you dependent on their validation while eroding your self-worth. So how should you respond to excessive criticism from a narcissist? First, recognize that their criticism is not about you. It's about their own insecurities. Don't internalize their words or let them define your worth. Second, set clear boundaries. If they make a hurtful comment, you can calmly say, "I don't appreciate being spoken to that way," or "Your opinion isn't helpful." Finally, limit your exposure to their negativity. If they consistently belittle you, it might be time to distance yourself from the relationship. Now that we've covered how narcissists belittle or criticize you excessively, let's move on to the seventh sign: they try to isolate you from others. This one can be particularly insidious, so let's break it down. The seventh sign that a narcissist is jealous of you is that they try to isolate you from your friends, family, or support network. They might spread rumors about you, create drama to turn people against you, or even directly tell you that others don't care about you. For example, they might say things like, "Your friends are just using you," or "Your family doesn't really understand you like I do." They might also monopolize your time, making it difficult for you to maintain other relationships. This isolation tactic serves two purposes. It makes you more dependent on them, and it removes any external sources of validation or support that could challenge their control. By cutting you off from others, they ensure that you're more likely to seek their approval and less likely to see their behavior for what it truly is: toxic and manipulative. If you notice a narcissist trying to isolate you, it's important to take steps to protect your relationships. First, stay connected with your support network. Make an effort to spend time with friends and family, even if the narcissist tries to discourage it. Second, trust your instincts. If someone is trying to turn you against others, question their motives. Finally, set boundaries. If they try to control who you spend time with, firmly let them know that your relationships are your choice. Now that we've covered how narcissists try to isolate you from others, let's move on to the eighth and final sign. They gaslight you to make you doubt your reality. This one can be incredibly damaging, so let's dive in. The eighth sign that a narcissist is jealous of you is that they gaslight you to make you doubt your own perceptions, memories, or reality. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where the narcissist denies or distorts the truth to make you question your sanity. For example, if you confront them about their hurtful behavior, they might say, "You're overreacting," or "That never happened, you're imagining things." They might even twist past events to make you feel guilty or confused. This tactic is designed to make you doubt yourself and rely on them for the correct version of reality. Over time, gaslighting can erode your confidence and make you more susceptible to their control. It's a deeply harmful behavior that can leave you feeling isolated and powerless. If you suspect a narcissist is gaslighting you, it's crucial to take steps to protect your mental health. First, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Second, document interactions whenever possible. Keeping a record of conversations or events can help you stay grounded in reality. Third, seek support from trusted friends, family, or a therapist who can provide an outside perspective. Finally, set firm boundaries. If they continue to gaslight you, it may be necessary to limit or cut off contact with them. Now that we've covered all 8 signs, let's recap what we've learned and discuss how to move forward. In conclusion, dealing with a narcissist's jealousy can be challenging, but recognizing the signs, such as downplaying your achievements, imitating your style, or gaslighting you, empowers you to take control of the situation. Remember, their behavior stems from their own insecurities, not your worth. By setting boundaries, staying grounded in your reality, and surrounding yourself with supportive people, you can protect your well-being and thrive despite their toxicity. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on navigating difficult relationships. Your support means the world to me, and I'm here to help you on your journey to healthier, happier connections. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.